Welcome to Antique Coins Information. Today, we're diving into one of the most valuable and rare Lincoln 1-cent coins from 1977 with no mint mark. Collectors are paying top dollar for this piece, with values soaring over $29,000. Stay tuned as we uncover what makes this coin so special and why it's a must-have for any serious collection today. We're diving deep into a coin that might seem ordinary at first glance but holds a hidden treasure for collectors: the 1977 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. A penny that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. At first glance, the 1977 Lincoln penny looks just like any other penny you might find in your pocket, your change jar, or even under the cushions of your sofa. After all, it carries the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse, a design that has been synonymous with American coinage since 1909. But what makes this coin extraordinary is its rarity. The missing mint mark is not just a small detail. It transforms this penny from a common piece of everyday currency into a collector's gem. So, why is the mint mark so important? Mint marks are small letters on coins that indicate where they were produced. For the Lincoln cent, the Philadelphia Mint usually produces coins with no mint mark, but in some years, the minting process can result in coins missing their mint mark unintentionally, creating an unexpected rarity. In 1977, the Philadelphia Mint released millions of pennies, but a handful emerged with no mint mark due to a rare minting anomaly. These coins are extremely scarce today, which is why collectors are willing to pay serious money for them. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if your 1977 penny is one of these rare no mint mark coins? The process starts with careful observation. First, check the obverse side of the coin, where Lincoln's portrait is located. Look closely around the lower area near the date. Normally, coins minted in Philadelphia during this year would have no visible mark, but some coins may show faint remnants or inconsistencies where the mint mark should be. The key is identifying a coin that is genuinely free of any minting mark or evidence of one being there. Professional graders use magnification and other tools to certify these coins, and this certification can significantly increase the value when selling or trading. The rarity of this penny isn't just about minting errors. Condition plays a huge role in its worth. Coins are graded based on factors like wear, scratches, luster, and overall preservation. The highest grades, such as mint state, MS 65 or higher, indicate that the coin looks almost as it did when it left the mint. A 1977 no mint mark penny in perfect condition is a jewel among collectors, while one with moderate wear will still hold significant value but not quite reach the stratosphere of a perfectly preserved specimen. Even pennies in circulated condition are sought after because finding one is like uncovering a hidden piece of history. The story behind the coin is as fascinating as its rarity. In the 1970s, the United States was experiencing economic changes, including shifts in coin production to accommodate rising demand. The Philadelphia Mint, responsible for producing the majority of Lincoln cents, was operating at high capacity. Amid this rush, a few anomalies slipped through quality control, including the now famous 1977 no mint mark penny. These coins didn't make headlines at the time. They quietly entered circulation, often unnoticed in rolls of change. Decades later, collectors realized the significance of these anomalies, and what was once a simple penny suddenly became a highly coveted collectible. Collectors and enthusiasts often share stories of finding these coins in the most unlikely places: a jar of coins left untouched for decades, the bottom of a cash register drawer, or even loose coins in circulation. Every find is unique, and the thrill of discovering one is a huge part of the appeal. Unlike more common coins, which can be found easily in banks or coin rolls, The 1977 no-mint mark penny requires patience, careful observation, and sometimes a bit of luck. So how much is a coin like this really worth? The value fluctuates depending on condition, demand, and the authenticity of the no-mint mark anomaly. Certified coins with higher grades command a premium, while ungraded coins can still attract attention from buyers and collectors. For those serious about investing in rare pennies, professional grading and certification are essential. They not only validate the coin's authenticity but also provide a benchmark for buyers and sellers to agree upon a fair market price. But let's talk specifics. The 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny has been recorded in auctions and private sales, attracting collectors willing to pay thousands for a single coin. Some top-tier specimens, preserved in exceptional condition and certified by leading grading services, have reached jaw-dropping values. The excitement surrounding this penny stems not just from its rarity but from the story it carries, a tangible connection to a moment in U.S. minting history that few people even knew existed until recently. For those thinking about selling or trading their 1977 penny, it's crucial to get a professional opinion before making any moves. There are counterfeit coins and altered coins in circulation, and the market can be tricky for inexperienced sellers. A certified appraisal ensures you understand exactly what you have and how much it could be worth. Remember, knowledge is power in the world of coin collecting. The more you know about the coin, its history, and its condition, the better position you'll be in to make the right decisions. Collectors also enjoy the thrill of the hunt. Many search for these pennies in unsearched rolls from the 1970s, attending coin shows, visiting local coin shops, or buying bulk lots of Lincoln cents. Each coin examined is a step closer to possibly uncovering a rare find. The excitement isn't just about the money, it's about holding a piece of history, a coin that tells a story about the minting practices of its era and the small chance events that make it rare today. In addition, the 1977 no-mint mark penny serves as a perfect example of why attention to detail is so important in coin collecting. Minor differences, like a missing mint mark, can turn a seemingly ordinary coin into a prize that collectors will pay top dollar for. It demonstrates that even common coins can hide extraordinary surprises if you know what to look for. To sum it up, the 1977 Lincoln 1-cent penny with no mint mark is more than just a coin. It is a piece of American history, a rare minting anomaly, and a highly sought-after collectible. From its quiet beginnings in Philadelphia to its recognition as a collector's gem decades later, this penny embodies the excitement, mystery, and value that make coin collecting such a beloved hobby. Every detail, from the absence of the mint mark to the condition and certification, plays a role in its worth. And for those fortunate enough to own one of these rare coins, the reward can be incredible. Whether you are a seasoned collector, a casual enthusiast, or just someone curious about rare coins, the 1977 no-mint mark Lincoln penny offers a fascinating glimpse into the world of coin collecting. Its rarity, history, and potential value make it a true treasure that continues to capture the imagination of collectors around the world. And for anyone wondering what the highest prices are reaching for these exceptional coins, certified specimens in top condition have been known to sell for $29,000. So, if you happen to find a 1977 Lincoln penny with no mint mark among your coins, you might want to think twice before spending it at a vending machine. What looks like an ordinary piece of change could be a ticket to one of the most exciting finds in American numismatic history, a coin worth $29,000. Welcome back to Antique Coins Information. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest Lincoln 1-cent coins from 1980 with a D mint mark. This little piece of history isn't just a coin, it's a treasure, valued at over $27,000. Stick around as we explore what makes this coin so special and why collectors are willing to pay top dollar for it. When it comes to collecting rare coins, few pieces capture the imagination quite like the Lincoln 1-cent penny. While many people think of the humble penny as just small change, certain coins have hidden value that can take collectors by surprise. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating coins from the United States, the 1980 D Mint Mark Lincoln 1-cent. What makes this coin so special, why collectors are scrambling to find it, and what its true worth can be is something you don't want to miss. The Lincoln cent has a long history in the United States, first minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, it was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's portrait. Over the decades, the design has seen subtle changes, but the charm and legacy of the Lincoln penny remain timeless. The 1980 D Lincoln penny, produced at the Denver Mint, might look ordinary at first glance, but upon closer inspection, it reveals traits that can make it incredibly valuable. To understand why the 1980 D penny is worth attention, you have to look at its production and rarity. In 1980, the United States Mint produced millions of pennies for circulation. However, certain coins minted that year were struck with exceptional precision, creating varieties that stand out to numismatists. Factors such as the quality of the strike, die errors, and unusual planchet conditions contribute significantly to a coin's value. Even within a year where millions of pennies were minted, only a few exhibit the rare characteristics that serious collectors hunt for. One of the most intriguing aspects of the 1980 D Lincoln penny is the possibility of die errors. A die error occurs when the metal die used to strike the coin has a flaw or produces an anomaly on the coin's surface. These errors can range from doubling, off-center strikes, repunched mint marks, or even missing elements of the design. Collectors refer to these as varieties, and the rarer the variety, the more valuable the coin becomes. In the case of the 1980 D penny, several notable varieties have been discovered over the years, and these are often the ones that command significant attention at auctions. Another critical factor in determining value is the coin's condition. Collectors use the Sheldon grading scale to assess a coin's quality, ranging from poor, P1, to perfect mint state, MS70. A 1980 D Lincoln penny in circulated condition may not fetch much more than its face value, but a specimen that is uncirculated, with sharp details, brilliant luster, and no signs of wear, can be a completely different story. Coins that appear flawless to the naked eye are especially sought after by collectors, who understand that even a tiny imperfection can influence price significantly. One fascinating story among collectors involves the discovery of a small batch of 1980 D pennies that display subtle doubling on the obverse, particularly around the letters in Liberty and the date. This type of error is called a double die, and it occurs when the die shifts slightly between impressions. Coins exhibiting this feature are exceptionally rare because the doubling is not always immediately visible, and most coins produced in 1980 were carefully checked, meaning only a handful made it into circulation unnoticed. For collectors who manage to acquire one of these rare double-die pennies, the excitement is unparalleled, not just because of its monetary value, but also because of the historical story it represents, a tiny imperfection that slipped past the watchful eyes of the U.S. Mint. But it's not just die errors that make the 1980 D penny interesting. Some coins from this year exhibit what collectors call off-metal strikes, or unusual planchet issues. Occasionally, a penny is struck on a planchet that is thinner, thicker, or composed slightly differently than standard. These anomalies are extremely uncommon and are a testament to the complex processes involved in coin production. For those who study minting techniques, Such coins offer an exciting glimpse into the manufacturing world and provide a tangible connection to the machinery and human oversight involved in creating something as small as a 1-cent coin. It's also worth mentioning that coins like the 1980 Lincoln penny hold an intangible charm that extends beyond monetary value. For collectors, a coin represents a piece of history, a tangible link to the past. Imagine holding a penny in your hand that was minted more than 40 years ago, struck at the Denver Mint, and carried through countless transactions, perhaps passing from hand to hand during moments of everyday life, unnoticed, until today. That journey, the story of a coin's life, is as much a part of its allure as any price tag it might carry. Over the past decade, the market for rare pennies has grown dramatically. Enthusiasts and serious collectors are constantly searching through rolls of coins, estate sales, and online auctions for that one elusive find. The 1980 Lincoln penny, especially in uncirculated condition or with notable errors, has become a must-have for anyone interested in Lincoln cents. Auctions and private sales have seen these coins change hands for amounts that seem almost unbelievable to the casual observer, demonstrating that even coins that may look ordinary at first glance can hold extraordinary value. If you're a new collector, it's essential to know how to identify the coins that might be valuable. Careful observation is key. Look for differences in the mint mark, doubling on letters or numbers, unusual planchet textures, and sharpness of design. Using a magnifying glass or a coin loupe can reveal details invisible to the naked eye. And while it's tempting to focus only on coins that appear pristine, never underestimate the historical and era coins that have made their way into circulation. They are often where the true value lies. So, why should someone pay attention to a 1980 Lincoln penny specifically? It's simple. Rarity, historical significance, and condition converge to make this coin more than just a piece of change. For those who collect Lincoln cents, this particular penny represents a unique intersection of history, minting craft, and the thrill of the hunt. The excitement of discovering one in a roll of pennies or purchasing it from a trusted seller is part of the magic that makes coin collecting a lifelong passion for many. In conclusion, the 1980 mint mark Lincoln 1-cent penny is far more than its face value. It carries historical significance, potential minting errors, and rarity that can make it a prized piece in any collection. While the majority of pennies are overlooked and passed around as everyday money, this coin reminds us that hidden gems exist everywhere, waiting for those with patience and a keen eye to uncover them. For anyone willing to dive into the world of numismatics, the 1980 Lincoln penny is a shining example of how history, rarity, and condition combine to create true collectible value. And for the fortunate collector who discovers one of these rare treasures in outstanding condition, the potential reward is astonishing, with the coin's value reaching a remarkable $27,000 in words. $27,000.